Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the Black Manga Critic, and I'm back. I'm back to streaming. I'm back to reacting to mangas, doing all the awesome things that I love doing on this channel. And I mean, it's been a while. My voice was not where it needed to be, just wasn't. So I really couldn't stream. I mean, I was on stream on Dustin's channel. If you saw that, you already know how that went. Not gonna talk about that. But I'm back on this channel, right? I'm back on my channel. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna react to some One Piece. And like I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop for a bit. I'm not gonna read any One Piece chapters because they were legitimately giving me like a little bit of a headache. Made me a bit tired because I just was not feeling One Piece at all at that point. I was like, you know what? I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break from this manga that I'm not feeling. I'm not gonna waste my time reading every single chapter every week. It wouldn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And I'm just not one of those people that's like, you know what? I gotta react to these chapters. I gotta trash these chapters every single week. But I'm like, if I'm not enjoying the chapters, I'm just not gonna read them. And then I'm gonna wait until maybe I'll take a day and I'll read them. So that's what I'm doing today, y'all. I'm gonna read some One Piece chapters. I know that 903 is supposed to be coming out today early, but I generally don't read most chapters early anyways. So it doesn't really matter. But I know people are hyped for it and everything like that because it's a chapter after the arc ends. And you always know, like, usually those chapters are pretty good, right? So again, I think I am actually looking forward to that chapter because I understand, right? Like, it's not really a whole cake chapter. It's not going to be really a whole cake chapter in that per se. You know what I mean? We know that Reverie is coming up. I'm very excited for the Reverie. Right? This is something I'm very excited for. You know what I mean? I'm excited for the Reverie. I've been saying this, and other people know me that I talk to. They know I've been excited for the Reverie. I've been saying, like, I'm more excited for the Reverie than I am for Wano. Like, I am. I want to know more. I need to know more, and I felt like Whole Cake just was not doing that in the way that I needed it to. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. I'm not necessarily looking forward to these chapters, but I have to read them because I gotta know how the arc ends. I need to know what's going on. I need to know these things. Okay. If I'm gonna critique an entire arc, I gotta read the entire arc. I have to do that. So I'm gonna read these chapters. I'm gonna see how I feel about them. You know what I mean? Like, this is not gonna be, hopefully, if I can control myself, if I can contain myself, right? Like, it's not gonna be like this super, super, like, ridiculous rant where I'm just like, you know what I mean? It might be, and if it does, I'm gonna try to make sure that, like, I'm pointing at certain things. Hello, Midmat 44. What is up? What is up? Walid, what is up? Sohidi, what's up? You know what I mean? So, if it turns into that, I'm gonna try to be as, like, hey, like, some of this stuff here is weird. Some of this stuff here, odd. All right. And I'm gonna try to point out, like, if I thought something was interesting and something was kind of well done, I'll point those things out. But if I feel like most things weren't well done, I'm just gonna be like, yo, most things weren't well done. That's just how I am about it. I'm not gonna rank the chapters. I'm not even gonna give them ratings because I'm just tired. I don't know. I just don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if I did, people would not be happy. You know me. I could give One Piece chapters a 5, 4, a 3. You know what I mean? But I don't think I'd ever go below a 3 because, like, art matters, and I feel like Oda's generally really good at that, right? So I don't discount that stuff. So I generally don't go, like, under a 3 unless, like, something just egregious happens consistently throughout the chapter and the art is bad. Then it's like, then it's like a 1 because it's like, hey, like, at least you got up to put in the effort to do that work to make the chapter, right? So I don't think I'll ever get something a 0. But yeah. All right, let's get into the chapters, man. I've been talking enough. I'm just glad to be back because my voice is back. My voice is not where it needed to be for a while. Okay. So I'm just glad that my voice is back and I can read some manga and react to some manga. And I'm gonna do another video at some point where I'm just talking about plans that I have for the channel and stuff. All right, so let's get into this One Piece. I've been talking for almost 5 minutes and I have not read anything. All right, let's go. One Piece chapter 898. All right. The title is I Will Return. All right, so the cover page has The Saga, the Self-Proclaimed Straw Hat Fleet, Volume 30, Harden, Buggy's Delivery Escape Beef List, Navigator Rodo of the New Giant Pirates. Okay, so we got another giant, like that's part of Harden's crew. All right, that's cool. Let's move on. All right. So last we left off, the Germa had the Mint Smokes had like come back. We kind of already knew that was gonna happen. Whatever. I'm generally not interested in the Germa at all. They just bore me. They're boring to me. All right, that's how I feel about them. All right, and I'm saying this is how I feel. I'm not being critical about the Germa and their setup and their relationship to the story or anything like that. I'm just telling you, in my opinion, they bore me. Okay. It's not working. What's with these guys? Just keep firing. Bring out the bazookas. Okay, so take that wounded fellow and get off the island, Sanji. You're only holding us back here. Okay, so Sanji's like, huh? Okay. They set up a trap for us, and now they need to pay. Everyone on this island is the prey of German 66, Sanji. We've got dibs. Oh, right. Oh no. Wait, is it true they were augmented with steel skin? Blast it. How in the world did you survive that? I thought Torte and Torte and his 10,000 man army conquered your kingdom. Oh, right. There were a few flies buzzing around, but we smacked them into the ocean. What do a bunch of fools think they'll be able to do with our scientific power? Okay. Keep moving. I don't care about that. I'm sorry. This is like, I don't care. I don't. I'm moving on. All right. I'm like, ugh. Brother, excuse me. Brother News Torte, Basquarte, Dos Marche. Come in, brothers. As I was afraid, First Peckhams is a traitor. And now everything has gone mad. Sacre bleu. Bleu. They reported that Germa has already been eliminated. So why is the German fleet appearing on Cacao Isle? News Torte, 12th son of Charlotte, blah, blah, blah. All right. German 66 is like fire. So don't get distracted by the German fleet. We're only following the Straw Hat's ship. Tell that to all the ships surrounding the island too. Yes, ma'am. Stupid Montjour, how did they let Germa slip past them? The same could be asked of you, Brother Daifuku. Well, yeah, but at least I caught backup. Yeah, I mean, Daifuku, you basically trash right now. You trash, man. Sorry. Let's move on. Germa showed up. What do you think? Are they friend or foe? Would they really come after us when they have a good chance to escape? But our partnership was only temporary. We can't trust them to be on our side. Did the Mushi's call? Jinbei, can you hear me? Sanji, pass by the harbor at full speed, and within that opening, I will return. Let's go, Jinbei, to starboard. Don't let Blackleg escape. They split up. Crush Germa, but where are they? I can't see through the smoke and dust. Ugh. So a bunch of them just fell. There he is. Don't let them get away. Exactly. You must not let them escape. Above all else, Straw Hat Luffy cannot get away. He did not slip past our brother Katakuri through some simple diversion. Oh no. I will tell you exactly what happened in the mirror world. What? Chester Brûlé? Our brother Katakuri. Perfect, powerful Katakuri. Greatest in the world. Lost his fight against Straw Hat Luffy. What did you say? Huh? So they're all just reacting to the fact that Katakuri has lost. No, Katakuri, your legendary winning streak ended by that boy? It can't be true. He would never lose. Master Katakuri can't lose. It's not possible. He must have used some cheap trickery. Make him pay. Shoot him dead. Slice him to pieces. Straw Hat Luffy won't even have bones left to identify him when we're done. Take this, Straw Hat. Get him, Brother Oven. Sparking. So Oven's about to try to attack Sanji and Luffy. Valkyrie. Okay, so... Oh, wow. Okay, so there was like a whole bunch of like moves that just hit like a few people, including Oven. Master Oven. Jump, Sanji. Brother Oven. Ichiji. Hand him over, Blackleg, or I'll smash you out of the sky again. Okay, so another Vinsmoke comes and just destroys this guy's mallet. Winch. Guillotine. Boom. Okay. Go. Excuse me, guys. If I'm coughing, it's just my throat is still a little you know, so I'm coughing. Excuse me. Shoot him. Okay, so they're going. Shoot him. He's going over the rooftops. You'll pay for what you did to Master Katakuri. Oh, so they shot a rocket, and then blam. Okay. Okay, so that was interesting. All right, so so he came out of nowhere. Let me see who that was. Let me make sure. Oh, that was Niji. Yeah. Okay, they're gonna blast you into pieces if that's the fastest you can go. Niji, Lightspeed Blade, Henry Blazer. This is bad, Master Oven. They're about to slip out of town. Out of town? So long, failure. Boom. Yeah. So you just toss them. Snack, brownie, Jokunde. Shoot them down in port. They're going that way. Is a transponder snail going off? Did anyone hear something? We can do this. We can get there. We got the tear gas rounds loaded. All we got to do is take away his ability to fly. Yeah, haha. Here we go. 3, 2. What just happened? I'm not going to stand by while you shoot at my little brother. Boom. Okay, so dude got poisoned. Ha. Germa. Understand. Don't ever come back here. Now run. Okay, so that was like flashback to, Sanji's past and Reiju talking to Sanji, telling him, you got to go. Pink Hornet. Yeah. Don't turn back. The Straw Hats got off the island. All ships come in. Hurry, Sanji. Here he comes, everybody. Sanji's carrying Luffy. They did it. They're back. Luffy, Sanji. I can see it ahead, Luffy. It's the Sunny. Okay, so that chapter was like, okay, the Vinsmoke did some things. Some other dudes got beaten by them. I'm not like, this is the thing. I think, and I'm gonna get into the chapters later. But again, there's just like a place where, right, you like when there's like a particularly hype One Piece chapter, like it's high. Like it's like, at least for me, like I'm like, yo, like something massive has been revealed. Like we've learned a lot, a bit of information. A fight was particularly well done. You know what I mean? There's an interaction between characters that just like was really, really right, more than just solid. You know what I mean? It was phenomenal. So here I'm just like, yo, the Germa did some moves. Like okay, like I already know that the Germa have like battle prowess. I'm aware of that. So for me, like again, this is kind of like a whatever chapter. I'm not particularly interested. To me, this is like very average. I don't really care. And I think the stuff with Katakuri, like I also don't care about that because I think it's sort of like a silly kind of thing where it's like he's never lost. I'm like, but dude, like how many people are there that are stronger than Katakuri? Like how is it that he's never like you ask those questions like why has he never lost? Like his entire life in his what was he like 40 something? You know what I mean? Like in all that time that he's been alive and all the times that all of these massive things have happened in history, like you mean to tell me that like every fight, like he's won every fight and he's definitely gone against every person that he could have gone against? You know what I mean? It's just like stuff like that. It's just like it's kind of like I just don't care about that stuff. He's got a win streak. Like who cares? I don't care about he's got a win streak. I mean, it's like stuff like that is like to me it's a little corny. It's a little corny to me that like this character who was supposed to be like incredible, one of his like defining traits, one of his incredible defining traits is the win streak. I'm like that's corny. So I'm gonna keep moving on. This chapter for me is like whatever. It's a whatever chapter. I'm gonna move on to the next issue of Weekly Shonen Jump. All right, but that's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? I mean, like I'm gonna get into more of this stuff tomorrow when I have my stream with my friend Ash. Super knowledgeable dude when it comes to One Piece. Great guy. You know, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, some other people are in that Hangouts call, that stream. But I know a whole bunch of people are gonna be in the like chat and everything like that. So it's gonna be dope. A few people are gonna be in there that are also like super knowledgeable about One Piece. It's gonna be dope. But the chapter to me was like whatever. The win streak thing, I'm like, I don't care about wins. Like win streaks to me like a little corny. You know what I mean? It's like we've seen stuff like that before, where with Dressrosa, with Spartan, that dude who just got like foddered by like Luffy, right? Like he came up against someone that it was just like, no, like you gonna lose. You know what I mean? Like this dude is just like, he's just got you outmatched. I'm pretty sure Katakuri's not going up against like, one of the leaders of the Pirate Crew, the Yonko or something like that. It's just a corny thing. It's like a meh hype tool. It's just not interesting to me. So I'm gonna move on to 899. Okay, let's go to 899. And that chapter was like whatever to me. I'm like, it was like whatever. Like again, the German, like the German bore me. The only interesting thing about the German for me is the lineage factor stuff and what they're doing with that. That's interesting. Right? But outside of that, I don't really care about like the whole family dynamics and everything like that. That just bores me to tears. I don't really care. So I'm moving on. Page 24. All right. So chapter 899 is entitled "The Final Fortress." So again, it looks like we got another giant. That's a part of Harden's crew, Goldberg. Okay. And it looks like he's got a shield that might be similar to Frank Fried, right? Like the sword with the devil fruit that Spandam had. So it could be a similar kind of weapon, right? Like it's it has a devil fruit or whatever. It's alive. It could do something. But it could be something else. It could be infused with the soul. We don't know. But it looks interesting. Or it could just be a regular shield. It was just with a goofy design. I don't know. So we're moving on. Okay. Brother Pedros, come in, brother. What's Mama doing? What about Beja? Where's the cake? Depending on the answers, Cacao Island might be in trouble. Big Mom's group at sea. Brother Pedros, yes, I know. Huff, huff. I haven't lost sight of them. Brother Montour, it's Bavois speaking. Brother Pedros was ignoring his wounds for so long that he's completely lost all his strength. Okay. Enough, not now, Pedrodin. Give me that. Huh. We're in the waters outside of Fluffy Island. It's chaos over here, too. Chiffon and Beja have finally let the cake go. The cake is on Fluffy Island now, Pedrodin. This should all be over within the next few minutes. If they happen to put poison in that cake, there's nothing we can do about it. Like even that is like, it's just like corny dramatic irony to me. There's like, again, you can have dramatic irony that can exist, but there's like a difference between like good dramatic irony that's implemented very well and like corny dramatic irony that's like something's here where it's like we know the cake's not poison. We already understand this. We got it. We good. Right? So it's stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not particularly concerned about that stuff because I know like that thought process doesn't really have any bearing, or I don't think it will on like what's going to happen later on. Alert, all of Tatoland, Pedrodin. There are 3 possible outcomes of this. 1, Mama dies of poison. This would be the end of the Big Mom Pirates. Which was like, come on, really? One of the Yonkers gonna die to poison? Like, let's move on, right? 2, the poison doesn't work but tastes bad. Mama's hunger pangs will continue, as will her destruction. Okay. 3, the poison doesn't work and it actually tastes good. Only through this miraculous outcome can we actually survive. Okay. Steel yourselves. Our fate rests within the flavor of that cake. I'm like, I don't even care about dude's fate. I have no interest in him being alive or dead. Right? Like, I'm Pedro, like, I don't care. Right? If he's alive or dead, like, who cares? I don't. If he didn't exist in this story anymore, I would be okay. I'd be just fine. Well, the news is all over the country. What's going to happen to Tatoland? Mama has no rational control right now. They're saying that Nuts Island has been destroyed. What? Hey, where did Morgans and Stussy go? They left the island earlier. They what? Seize them at once. They might let this information, excuse me, slip out of the country. Oh, right. Especially the newsy. Peanut Town, Nuts Island. Wah. Guess her hunger pangs aren't over yet. We've been giving up years of our life to dwell within the safety of an emperor of the sea's territory, only for the empress herself to level it to the ground. I mean, this is like a thing, right? Like this is yeah. I mean, yeah. It's all over. Even the great Streusen took days to meticulously craft that grand wedding cake. Beanie Bean Town, Munchie Island. I don't think even Lady Pudding could recreate such a masterpiece in only a few hours. Tabletown, Cutlery Island. How do you make a cake Mama finds utterly lip-smackingly good? There's just no way. Prepare to evacuate. Sherbet Town, Ice Cream Island. Mama's on Fluffy Island now. That's the island under the purview of Chiffon, Minister of Fluff. Floof Town, Fluffy Island. Lady Chiffon, why did you have to bring the cake here? It's all over for this island. Run for your lives. Mama's gonna destroy it, just like she ruined Nuts Island. And Lady Chiffon's been infected by that backstabber Beige's treachery. No, I bought the cake here because I believe in it. I don't know where he learned how to cook, but Blackleg's skill with food is even greater than the head chef's. We gotta split, Chiffon. Whatever happens to this country, it ain't our problem anymore. We did right by them, and now the Nostra Castello is dead. I swear, after everything we did for them, if the Straw Hats get themselves killed, I'm gonna be spitting mad. Ha 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 ha, ma, wedding cake. Coast of Cacao Island. Strawhead and Blackleg escape to sea. Luffy, we're so glad you're all right. Okay, so he's sleeping, which makes sense. Oh, you guys, I nearly died from waiting. Liar, your wounds are still fresh. Chopper, you must see to him. He's lost as much blood as he can stand. I'm on it. This ain't for you, Sanji. You've been shot. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Good one. We'll hit them eventually. They're catching up to us slowly but surely. We're not out of this yet. You'll have to tend to them while we flee. Fire! Boom. Huh? Damn it, Judge. Germans providing backup fire. Shall we fire back? Don't bother. The fleet at the port will keep Germa busy. What does he really mean to you, Straw Hat Luffy? This is an inescapable den of danger. The territory of Big Mom, Emperor of the Sea. Did you really risk your lives just to take him back? Sanji is a failure of Germa. His skin is no armor. He busies himself with menial cooking. He has no royal pride. He is swayed by pointless emotions and exposes himself to danger for the sake of the weak. His mentality is soft. He is flawed as a soldier. He is a failure. Huh? So long. Thanks for the backup. Why don't you answer me, Straw Hat? Yo, Luffy trolling. That was weird. Why was he just listing off all of your best qualities? Ha! That definitely wasn't what he thought he was doing. You guys are the best. Jinbei's my favorite One Piece character. If y'all don't know, now you know. Jinbei is like my One Piece heart, y'all. Like, I think there are a lot of people that find Jinbei to be boring, and I'm like, Jinbei, like Jinbei is a phenomenal character. Like, he's like one of those characters that like you desperately need in not only just the Straw Hat crew, but like a manga like this, because he seems a lot of times he seems to be the only kind of sane person around. You know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of other sane people, but like Jinbei in particular is just like consistently like, what are y'all doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but also like has a lot of heart and says some really like not even that like the stuff that he says necessarily is profound, but I think that like when he emotes, like out of a lot, like most of the characters in the manga of One Piece, like it's more recently, like it hits me. You know what I mean? That's been rare lately. Jinbei, it always happens like for me with Jinbei. He's just a great character. Whoa, ahead, Nami, ahead. Huh? Ah, that's bad. Jinbei, there's a huge fleet ahead. Huh? When did that happen? So they finally noticed. That's a lot of ships. Now we're trapped again. I guess a group of idle ships swung around the island. They're gonna cut us off. Fire! Ah, we're already in firing range. How come? That's right, Rabbit. You're trapped for an aft. Yeah. Okay. Who's that? Daifuku? Yeah, and his genie. Like, stop talking, man. You just been so many L's for you, Daifuku. I'm sorry, so many L's for you. Carrot. You got the fleet ahead of you and a genie behind. Boom. Whoa, there's some huge guy up there. Yeah. Wahaha. Ugh. Well, you finally got us within range for my powers to reach them. At this point, it's almost cruel and unusual punishment. What are you talking about? You know, like, is that why you've been so like utterly disappointing, Smoothie? Is that what that is that like because you like have like a conscience or heart? I don't know. Like that's like the kind of stuff I'm like. How are they suddenly so close? Look at the ships that are nearest to us. They're all paddle ships. We can't break away from those. The situation is truly desperate. And after we survived so many threats just to get to this point, what's this? The water's bulging upward. If you the mess with my boss. Oh, if you try to mess with my boss. Sorry, Twy. Okay, Twy. Okay. You have to answer to me. Oh, Watahsumi. Yo. I know it's easy. Sorry, it's one of my cats. What? Hang on, that's one of Hody's guys from Fishman Island. It's Watahsumi. Can it be? Jinbei, wait. You guys. We came to see you off, Captain Jinbei. Oops, former captain. Yeah, ha ha ha. Hey, we can still be your subordinates until you leave the territory, can't we? Okay, so now they're here. That's generally like, okay. Like it's not surprising, like, that they would like show up. You know what I mean? Like certain things are just kind of set up that way. I don't know. I'm just kind of like again, I'm just kind of indifferent to like some of this stuff because I'm like, I don't know. It's almost like when you take a break from like something like from like a manga, maybe. No, actually that's not true. I was gonna say when you take a break from a manga, sometimes it kind of quells like the hype or whatever. But I think that generally, like if the chapters are great, you're gonna be hyped anyways. So I don't think that's like my sort of initial like point that I might have tried to make is true at all. But it's like it's another chapter. You know, you know what I mean? It's alright. It's an alright chapter. The hype for me, and this is $8.99, right? So we're moving on to 900. We're moving on to 900. Okay. All right. Come on, One Piece. Make me feel something. Well, Jinbei did. So okay. So One Piece did make me feel something because Jinbei was there and he started laughing because Luffy just like trolled Judge. That was cool. I don't mind that. But again, to me it's an average chapter. I'm like, I will say like again, like there are things that I think obviously are important to the story of One Piece, in certain ways, right? Like Stussy, CP0 agent, Morgan, Big News Morgan, like control of the news, right? And the news coups, like yes, I get it. That's important, obviously, right? But it's like I don't need to be reminded of that. Like I'm not stupid. It's like okay, I get that like the Big Mom Pirates are worried about that, but it's like of course they're worried about that. Why wouldn't they be worried about that? So it's just certain things like that I'm like, okay, I didn't really need that to be explained, but whatever. April 2nd, 2018 is this issue for chapter 900. Yeah, One Piece 900. Okay. And we got a color page. And this is what I'm talking about, right? I like you will never see me get on the art when it comes to One Piece. Well, not well, no, that's a lie because I got on the art when it came to the end of that Luffy versus Katakuri fight. Because that I don't know what the point of some of that stuff was, but this is a beautiful color page. Oda always does phenomenal color pages. This is just like It's just like facts. Like he just does. You know, it's a really beautiful color page. I like it a lot. We got some stuff, and you know, I could always just like look through it and see what's going on and figure some stuff out. But I don't really got the time for that. So let's just move forward. Big Mom's Forces Fluffy Island. All right, so chapter 900 is entitled Bad End Musical. Okay. Okay, so. Oh, this is a weird. This is a really weird. So like they start with Big Mom eating the cake. That's so interesting. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that could have happened a while ago. But whatever, man. Whatever. That we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. We're gonna get into the really nitty gritty stuff. You know, but again, it's just like it's a pacing thing. In this arc in particular, you know, Bad End Musical. So, she's eating. Everyone's looking at her eating the cake. Big Mom, she swallows the cake. But that method will take all night. It's a crucial step. I'll do it in 2 hours. You can't be serious. It'll be fine. He's a true cook through and through. What do you? Why are you grinning like that? Take it seriously, Blackleg. Don't you realize the life of your ship and the very fate of this nation are riding on this? Oh, sorry, I couldn't help it. I was just imagining Big Mom's face when she tastes how delicious this is. He's so wonderful. You're dreaming of how happy she'll be? Your life is in grave danger. To me, that's like, I don't know. Like, I have to think about that because initially to me, I'm just like, really? Like, what? Like, this is another thing that I'm like, what's the point of that? What's the point of like us seeing Sanji being happy about Big Mom being happy of eating food? What's the purpose of that? I don't know. I genuinely do not know. I guess what the purpose is like, you know, to sort of like try to sort of make us you know, like I guess believe that he believes that like everything's gonna be okay. And Big Mom will enjoy a cake, and that will be that. And I don't know. I'm not sure, but I like again. This is one of those things where I'm like, why? You know, and pudding just like, man, we're gonna talk about pudding tomorrow because, whew, I mean, utter like just like failure on Oda's part of like of for pudding for that character. Because I think pudding had a lot of upside, you know what I mean? Like a lot of upside, and then just like toilet bowl flush, you know what I mean? Just doom. Mama, is it poison? It's to die for. What a wonderfully sweet, delicious cake. So she's really happy about the cake. Okay. Huh? Yes, this is more like it. This is real wedding cake. Yes. She came to a stop. Look, is Mama back to her senses? She's just eating. Is it poisoned? There's no way it isn't. It must not have worked. Mama's just too tough for it. I can't get enough of this flavor. See, even that, I'm like, who cares? Right? It's like, what? Like, who cares? You know? Like, I mean, there's a lot. I guess, like, I get it. Like, I get, like, yes, it says something about how they, like, you know, kind of put Big Mom on this, like, you know, massive pedestal and everything like that. I get it. I do, like, I get that. But I'm like, I don't care. Like, I can't get enough of this flavor. I know it from like right because I already know that they put her on this pedestal that like clearly, right? So I can't get enough of this flavor. I know it from somewhere. What is it? It's so yummy. Update to all Totoland Islands Petterden. There will be no further damage. Thanks to Pudding, 35th daughter of Charlotte, Mama's hunger pangs have abated. I was scared. It's all right now. Thank goodness. We're right next to Cacao Island. So I thought we were next. back streets of Cacao Island. Lady Pudding utilized the talents of Chiffon the Trader, which combined with her chocolate helped to save all of Toddleland. What an astounding feat. Oh, thank you. That's how Lady Pudding. Thank you, Pudding. You're wrong. It wasn't me. Yeah, we know. We know it wasn't you. And you're all sad. What are you gonna do about it? Like, right? Like, what is Pudding gonna do about it? Right? She's gonna mope, be all sad. Is that it? All right. Yeah. At sea around Cacao Island. Hey, the ship stopped. There are fishmen in the sea. It's the Sun Pirates. Now's your chance. Keep going. There's a hole in the bilge. We got this, Captain Jinbei. Look, there's a path in front of us. We got to head through it. Go, Jinbei. Thank you all. They were the ones who stole the enemy's locational information too. Why did I never put it all together? They've been bailing us out of trouble all along. Well, I can definitely see why they're your crew, Jinbei. Okay, so Oven steps out the mirror. Master Oven, so all is well on Cacao Island now? It's only a matter of time. Brule just helped ferry all of the ammunition that's designed to work on Germa. But I won't rest until I've dealt with the boy who defeated Katakuri. Thank you, guys. Take care of Jinbei for us, Straw Hat. Out of my way, fish. Tropical torment. Okay, so like it's Oven. He's boiling the seawater. Okay, I mean, to me, that's a dope ability. I like that. It's too hot. I gotta get away. So Watasumi is basically most and pretty much all the fishermen seem to be out of commission. They're basically done. I mean, like if he continues to boil the water, and I'm like, they ain't doing nothing. You know. Mondor, the Queen Mama Chanter will be arriving soon. Good, we're in time. So she's still eating the cake. Chomp, chomp, go. What's this? What's this flavor? It tastes just like a dream. But I couldn't have divined it. Why can't I even define it? This taste is far from ordinary. It gets dead puppies dancing merry. Okay, so now we got this weird stuff happening. Okay, so she's like in song. Everybody's in song or whatever. Along with all confectionery in my pet flavor cemetery. So sweet, and milky, and rich, and risky. Shippy. Okay. Singing. It's weird though, like the whole thing with dead puppies dancing merry. Like, I don't know what that's about. That's some weird stuff. And then there's a kaboom. And there's her ship, massive ship. It hit somebody. Ah, yes, that's it. That's just a spark. A flavor bomb in an amusement park. In my stomach, you will see a great big flavor ceremony. So let's see what's happening. They got like a Gatling gun. That's legit. Okay, so those are the Germa. They're getting attacked. Tell me, mother, can you sense it? This overflowing sugar bliss? Ooh, still shooting that Gatling. Yeah, so the Germa look like they get hit up. They get hit up. Yes, that's right. The one and only flavor of sheer happiness. Happy birthday, Lin Lin. Okay, so the cake reminds her of, I guess, the past and like being that happy and eating the cake. Maybe the cake tasted very similarly. Or the feeling of like something, like eating something and being super, super, super happy about it. I guess, you know? It's kind of like, I guess the way I could like sort of just describe it is like when you, let's say maybe like you eat like a certain like, certain like batch of cookies or something like that. And those cookies are so good, they just like remind you of like those feelings that you had eating something else that was like equally as like satisfyingly good or whatever. You know, that's kind of, I guess, where I'm going with that. Right? When will we reunite at last to eat this cake and reminisce? So sweet, and milky, and rich and risky. So she's remembering. Okay. Kaboom. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ha, ha. So the Germa, they pretty much just done. Tell me, mother, do you think I've got enough ability to build a place of happiness, a world of pure tranquility? Oh, tell me, mother, do you think I've got enough ability to build a place of happiness, a world of pure tranquility? Okay. Where all the races of the globe are treated with normality. But if you leave, you'll have to face your imminent mortality. Yo, that's dope. That's dope. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, that's dope. Okay. That's something I actually want to look. I look forward to, right? Because once you kind of get the rhythm, then it's like, oh, that's cool. The beat, you know what I mean? Then it's cool. I like it. And again, I think this is something that I do think is interesting about Big Mom. Her like desire for like, you know, the elimination of like discrimination and bigotry and stuff like that. You know, I think it's a good dream, but like Big Mom, like clearly is like she's got a lot of like issues that she's got to like work through that she clearly hasn't. A deal with the devil, Mixado Lancerine. Here we're all a family, thanks to our loving queen, Big Mom. Okay, so she's just like delusion, like she's like hallucinating. Clearly hallucination, right? Because they've got the panel here where she's hallucinating Land and generally how it looks like to her most of the time, whatever. And then this panel here where there's just like massive explosion. A ship was blown up. Her like main like ship like blew that ship up. And on the bottom, she just like lets out a big burp. She's super happy. She's clearly back to like how she normally looks. Ha 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 ha, ma 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 ma. That was yummy. Down the hatch. And then there's is that the Straw Hats Jolly Roger? Yo, that okay. Okay, so apparently the ship that was destroyed in that last panel was a Straw Hat ship, yo. Apparently, right? Because I think like generally like initially like in my heart I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's how I was. I was like, yo, like that would be dope if like the ship was destroyed, you know, or if something like just like devastating happened to it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, and that was it. You know, that would be dope to me. That would be dope to me. And I think like I think it would be cool moving forward if that was something that happened. So for me, like this chapter is a bit better than the other chapters, just because of that ending like elevates it a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, now we have like the idea that maybe something will happen. But generally, I'm like, I don't understand how like the ship could be right like how could the ship be destroyed? Who would like save the Straw Hats? You know what I mean? Who's gonna save the Straw Hats? Like the fishermen pirates were like you know, foddered really by Oven with that like tropical like move, you know, boiling the sea move. So I don't know who's gonna save them, right, in this situation, right? So like just like if we're kind of like looking at it in a logical sense, it's like that doesn't really make any sense, right? Like we know that like the Straw Hats aren't dead. They're not dead. We understand that. But it's like, what makes sense for them to like survive? You know what I mean? Like what makes sense? Because the only thing that I could think of is that the fishermen would save them in some way, right? Like Jinbei might, you know, like Jinbei might like hold on to the other Straw Hats, like the ones that have devil fruits and like swim to safety or whatever. And like, you know, but they have to do that so fast, right? Because like in the panel before the last page, Luffy is like, what's going on? They're like surprised, like they're not prepared for what's coming, right? Which is this massive explosion. So I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm just like, what? Like like what could Oda do to make sense of that? You know what I mean? To me, like to make sense of it, and for me to be like, oh, that made sense, right? Like that makes total sense. Like this is how the Straw Hat saved, like some random abilities. You know what I mean? Like what would make sense to me? Because generally, like it's just them out at sea. You know, the fishermen they were done. They were done. The fishermen were done. I saw that panel. Watasumi, Aladdin, all of them dudes are like, they were done. So I need to see what happens because I think generally right now this is a decent chapter. It's not like a horrible chapter. A lot of the stuff I kind of expect, but I think the chapter is a bit better because the singing thing is cool. I think that's cool. Like when you get the beat, when you get the rhythm, then it's like dope, you know. But like when you don't have it, you're just like why is she singing? But when you can kind of get the rhythm and catch it and everything like that, I think it's cool. And it's apt. It makes sense. You know what I mean? We've seen this before. We understand. Big Mom gets happy when it comes to like eating food and stuff like that, and she gets into like a sing-songy, mood. You know this. Yeah. So that's chapter 900. So for me, it's like an alright chapter. It's not like a super hype chapter or anything like that, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. It's a bit better than the other chapters. The other chapters are just like whatever. Like those are just kind of like okay. Here's some stuff. This happened. Nothing of like super consequence. You know what I mean? That or nothing was like super like revealed that we didn't already kind of know generally, that we couldn't figure out ourselves, you know. So those chapters like whatever chapters, 898, 899, but like 900, like this chapter's alright. It's not like a wonderful or great chapter or like whoa something to write home about. But I think the ending, like to me, the thing about it is like if you're just like cold reacting, then yeah, maybe you might be like, the ship's destroyed. I'm like, whoa, you're right. But I think if you just like, pause, think about it, then you're like, really? Like the ship ain't destroyed. Like the Straw Hats certainly aren't dead. So it's one of those things where for me, like, and it's like, right? I remember way back, I was talking about dog treats. I was like, Scooby snacks. I was talking about Scooby snacks. I think Scooby snacks is just like better, right? But like Scooby snacks, right? Like this ending, this like, right? What's it called? Clickbait, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, right? Clickbait, Scooby snacks, whatever, right? It's like this last panel is that, right? Because it sets up an expectation, and for me, I'm like, I don't know, like I'm not sure, like I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know that like they got to be alive. So now my expectation is, how is Oda gonna write that? Reasonably write that, you know what I mean? Like how is that gonna happen? That's how I think. Okay. So let's move on to and One Piece will be off next week, but that didn't happen to me because I was not reading them chapters week by week because I was not gonna do that to myself. So let's move on to 901, y'all. All right. So we move into the April 16th issue because he's on break in the April 9th issue. And I still have other manga, Weekly Shonen Jump manga that I have to react to. So many others. I gotta get back to Kingdom. I gotta get back to so many manga. That voice thing really like threw me off. All right, chapter 901 on page 28. All right, I'm gonna check out the chat real quick just before I get to 901, just to see who's here and everything like that. You know what I mean? 14 are watching. Yeah, I mean, because it's interesting, key, right? It's like because it's interesting, right? It is, but the issue is because everything else has been so lackluster, I can't get hyped for it, and also because I'm not dumb, It's like that's like something that like, and I'm gonna be completely honest here. This is something that like you would present to like a 10-year-old or a 9-year-old maybe, if you were to be like, who's reading this weekly or whatever, and they're like, what happened to the Straw Hats? What's gonna happen? I gotta see what happened. Because and even as I say that, I feel like that's like a disservice to the 9 and 10-year-olds that I see in classes all the time, because they're sharp, yo. They're sharp. Some of these 9 and 10-year-olds, they're reading like no joke manga. some of these kids that are 10 years old are like, yo, I moved on, man. I'm not even on One Piece like that. I'm on like the seinen stuff. Like these kids, man. These kids are sharp. They're smart. You know, so when they see certain things like that, it's like they're like, I don't even, you know what I mean? You know, I gotta see and I haven't read spoilers for 9-3 or anything like that. I'm just not interested in that right now because that I believe it's not a whole cakey chapter. I'm interested in doing this because this is like whole cake. This is me finishing Whole Cake Island. Yeah, Brule was just like, yo, Brule was just like, oh my gosh, gotta. You know, but for me, it's like the whole win streak thing. I'm like, that's just because he hasn't faced anyone that was stronger than he was. That's just facts there, right? Because it's like for you to be stunned that Luffy beat Katakuri, it's like I would need to know who else he's fought that was super notable. You know what I mean? Like I need to know that. I need to know who are these pirates. Who did Katakuri fight? Right? Because if I don't have that information, then I'm just like that win streak don't mean anything to me. Right? It's like if you have like a sports team who has a win streak and all they've been playing and the only teams that they've been playing against are like trash teams. That's not a very impressive win streak. So that's what I'm talking about. That's not to say that Katakuri isn't powerful or anything like that. It just means like I need to know who he's fought for me to be like, oh, that's a dope win streak. You know what I mean? That's just how I think, y'all. Next chapter. From a Viz year subscription, it's just like I'm gonna get to 901. But it's like I just want to get into the chat and everything like that. But for like a Viz year subscription, basically like you have the back issues of Jump. So like let's say like you want to just wait and you want to read, like so generally you get sort of a similar thing that you would get for well maybe not similar because I think Jump doesn't keep all of its back issues, but I'm not sure they might if you get that year subscription. But that's why you got to like do it yearly. It's pretty cheap. It's like $25. I think it's like $25 for a year, which to me is really good. Like if you generally can like pay for like something like Netflix or Hulu or something like that, like you can pay for like a Viz subscription for a year for $25. You know what I mean? You can do that. You can like make that investment, pick a time, any time, and you from that date until the next date for that whole year, you have those chapters. The only thing I will say is that you don't get Haikyuu, and that bothers me because I still have to read other scans for Haikyuu, so that just pisses me off. But I'll read the scans. That's what I'm gonna do. But if Viz had Haikyuu, I'd be like I'd be like whatever. Yeah, it's only I feel like it's other stuff too. But like Weekly Shonen Jump, you have like all the back issues of stuff. So all of the manga that come out in Weekly Shonen Jump, generally like other manga that haven't been translated, like lesser known stuff in Weekly Shonen Jump, like you'll have some of that stuff too. So it's dope. It's dope. It's a good subscription to have. I'm not sure about other stuff. I got to look into that, but I'll find out for y'all. But I would say for now, just do a little bit of like research into that. Like what do you definitively get when you get a Viz subscription before you actually get the subscription, right? Like just do that work, and then we'll see. But for me, I appreciate it because like I do this all the time. I like having all of them in one place. I don't have to wait every Friday to Saturday and Sunday to think, when's this chapter coming out? Because I know that they're going to be coming out on Monday. I know that. So for me, that's why I said I'm just going to react on Monday's chapters because I don't have to do that whole waiting game that other people do. And I'm just like, man, I couldn't do that. I couldn't go away from Viz and be like, you know what? I couldn't do it. So let's get to 901. Let's get to 901, y'all, because let's see how Oda writes himself out of this, because it's like, yo, the fishmen were done, right? And the only thing unless one of the big monpies on that ship is like, oh, poor Straw Hats, right? Like if Smoothie was like, for whatever reason, Smoothie's like, oh, well, maybe this was cruel and unusual punishment, like she said in the last bit. So maybe I should, go easy on him or save him or whatever. Like, which would be atrocious writing. But let's just move on. Let's move on. So, chapter 901, the saga of the self-proclaimed Straw Hat Fleet, volume 32, Haruden. Buggy's delivery escapee list. Dr. Gerd of the new giant pirate. So she's a doctor. She's got an axe. She got, you know, similar designs to all of these other women in One Piece. Just meh. I mean, like, just come on, Oda. Like, come on. Like, and I feel like Oda has it in him to, like, you know, design One Piece woman in different ways, but all of them seem to have the same face. You know, they, like, maybe the difference is like their hairstyle or the color of the hair, but like they all see a lot of them, right? And when if they have a certain shape, they generally tend to have the same face. I think Rage is probably the only one that's like not the only one, but like more recently, she's the one that's particularly different. Smoothie, right? And I think that's not to say that Oda hasn't tried it all, but it's like Oda could do so much better. So for me, I'm just like, whatever. Like, we know a bit more about Haruden's crew. Okay, let's move on. Excuse me, y'all. Fluffy Island. Mama. Master Pero. She's back to the old mama. What kind of cake did they bake? What kind of cake did they bake? I've never seen such bliss on her face before. Perodin. Mama, you're the captain, so I'm going to give you a status report, all right? First of all, Beiji must be still nearby. Happiness. Okay, so she's super happy. She's just like in a coma. I think what's interesting is like, I guess like their souls are connected because like Napoleon is also happy. He's also got these hearts. So to me, that's interesting. Like they kind of like have, I guess they have this like bond because it's straight from her own soul. Cacao Island. What? Hang on. That's not right. That's not the Straw Hats cruise ship. Oh man, I need to drink some tea, y'all. Man. And yes, sips tea as I see this surprising and stunning development. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. That's not the Straw Hat cruise ship. Like, really? Yeah, of course it's not the Straw Hat cruise ship. What? That ship belongs to the Sun Pirates. When did that happen? Yeah, when did that happen? Where have the Straw Hats gone then? Hurry, Watasumi. Take them far, far away. So he's got them in his mouth, I guess. Are you sure? Deathfisher Tiger's legendary ship. Yes. Yes, do it. Hurry, there's no time. Yow. Oh, this is so corny, man. Yo, this is so corny. And Oda really, and the funniest thing about this bit is that Oda tried so hard to be like, here's what happened in this panel, here's what happened next in this panel, here's what happened next in this panel. I'm like, it is still corny. Yeah. I can't, yo, I'm talking too much. I gotta chill. I can't laugh, y'all. I can't laugh because when I laugh, my throat gets to this place. Oh man, the corniness, the audacity of it, man. Like in that time, Watasumi was quick enough to pull his ship down, right? So we see Luffy, of course, Chopper, they're like, blah, because they have devil fruit, so they're done, right? Then he puts all of them into his mouth. Not all of them, but like some, yeah, he puts all of them into his mouth. Let's get out of here. Hey. So they're all dead. They're underwater. I knew I saw something. That was the giant sea monk's hand. Ah, this is so corny. Tips tea again, y'all. Where are we? Inside Watasumi's mouth. Tropical torpedoes. That's interesting. You slippery fish aren't getting away from me. Boom. So Watasumi gets hit. It's too hot. Ah. So Leo got splashed out. Wadakichi. Go. Keep going. Straw Hat, I did a bad thing on Fishman Island, and I'm sorry for that. But Boss Jinbei still took me in after that, and I'll always be grateful. Out of my way, Sea Monk. Yeah. From the moment Boss Jinbei said he was gonna join Straw Hat, we knew what we had to do. Mom is the kind of person who kills anyone who tries to leave. So what we can do for Captain Jinbei is to be his shield and die in his place? Yeah, haha. Well, we can't all go. We need a survivor to tell our tale. I suppose I can't deny that. I will not judge anyone who doesn't want a part of this. Any member who joins me on this mission must be prepared for the consequences. Jinbei's going to embark on his new voyage, and we're not going to let them stop him. Yeah, we made up our minds. Get down. What? Huh? Get down, Watatsumi. Ugh. Aladdin, everyone. Jinbei, Straw Hats, keep going. We're sending you off with our blessings. Jinbei is just like, what's going on? You see all these different panels, Praline, Oven, a few other people. The Sun Pirate ship is decimated. Oven. Okay, so Oven is going against Aladdin. Oh, okay. So you see those fisherman karate waves. Oven is fighting him. Okay. A sailing ship's greatest weakness is taking on water. Scoop it out as quickly as you can. The ship is heavy and slow right now. Patch the hole in the sail. Find the right angle for adequate wind support. And proceed as fast as you possibly can. Man, this is so corny, man. Sorry. This is so corny, man. Let's do everything super quickly because that's what we've always done. We've always done it super quickly. Let's fix the ship very quickly, even though we're getting chased and everything is wrong and it's all bad. We still have the time to fix all the horrible things that have happened to the ship. Like, this is so corny, man. It will take you hours yet to leave the territory. What are you talking about, Jinbei? Why are you explaining this stuff? Luffy, I cannot abandon them now. Okay, got it. Then we'll stay, and I'll be the rear guard to ensure the ship gets away. At this point, if the mothership and fleet remain on our heels, escape will be impossible. Well, duh. Allow me to hold down the end of the line. I will fulfill this duty and return alive. Don't forget, Jinbei. Your captain is me now. Well, yeah, we know that. We know that. We're not stopping the ship. We'll be waiting in Wano, so you'd better show up. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. For my sake as a Jinbei fanboy, I hope so. Luffy. Yeah, this is weird. I am in your debt. Don't let even death stop you. Big Mom at sea. Both Jinbei and German 66? Is that Straw Hat Boy still alive on Cacao Island? He's alive, Mama, but with nowhere to run. If he's not dead for sure, I'm going. I'll steal his soul and make him into one of my most powerful homies yet. Bruh. Mama, that's interesting. That's interesting. Right, that she could do that. We scraped through it with our lives. I guess life ain't all doom and gloom. Now we can take our time getting away. Yo. Let's hope Germa's okay. Let's hope German is okay. I mean, yo, they better be dead, man. If they're not dead, then if anything, Big Mom's gonna turn them into homies. You know, she's gonna take their souls, put them in something else, and make them homies. Oh man. Nami, go as fast and as far as you can. When fishermen are serious enough, we can change the currents. Okay, got it. When we're serious enough, so why don't you just get serious? Yo, this is what I'm talking about, man. These like circumstantial, like, you know, moves, the commentary that's just like, you should be serious the whole time. Right? Like, this is a serious situation. This has been a serious situation. When fishermen are serious enough, we can change the currents. Okay, got it. Incredible. Look at the water. Sometimes I just can't believe you. Do you really have so little trust in us? Wahaha. Don't think of it that way, brother. I'm making sure we all survive so that you can send me off. Straw Hat Luffy is escaping, leaving Jinbei behind as rear guard. Now, and they're all okay now. The fishermen are all okay now. Remember this, y'all. They chilling now, right? Oven apparently just like had him done with the boiling of the water, but for whatever reason, he had to stop boiling the water, right? Because that wasn't working. If y'all ever watch America's Next Top Model, y'all know who Miss J is. And there's like a GIF of just Miss J doing like that's the feeling that I have like when it comes to like all of the stuff that's been happening. Just like you had to stop boiling the water to shift to torpedo attacks to hit water. Like, you couldn't just have kept boiling the water. And now the fishmen decide to change the currents because now they decide that things are serious enough to do so. You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Straw Hat Luffy is escaping, leaving Jinbei behind as rear guard. The fleet is being held back. They'll lose sight of the ship soon. Wahaha, go, Straw Hat, go. You seem to be in his corner. Well, he's certainly a contender, the way I see it, Stussy. In the near future, one of the worst generation is going to rise to claim the mantle of the Pirate King. Ooh, Doom. I mean, the Doom sound effects. Now, this is something that kind of makes me laugh because, like, whenever we see the Doom side effects, it's like right, we saw the same Doom side effects when we saw the ship that was supposedly destroyed, but of course we knew it wasn't destroyed because what is One Piece 2? What is One Piece 3? It didn't make any sense for the ship to be destroyed and for the Straw Hat to be dead and all that. You know what I mean? And now we get something that I think is supposed to make me hype. I get it. I do. Yeah. But didn't we already kind of know that? Didn't we kind of already assume that one of the worst generation was going to be the Pirate King? Isn't that an assumption that we've made for quite some time? Since the worst generation, since that tag was like implemented? You know what I mean? This is the kind of stuff, right? Again, Scooby snacks, man. Scooby snack. This is like one of the biggest Scooby snacks. And it's almost an insulting Scooby snack. Again, I think Scooby snacks are kind of supposed to be insulting. Almost. Not supposed to be, but they kind of are. Because it's like, yo, we already know. We've already made these deductions. If, like, I'll tell you, 11-year-olds that are reading One Piece, 10-year-olds that are reading One Piece, some of them, they it's not even that they moved on from One Piece, but they're very intelligent. They're smart, sharp kids. Do not underestimate them, Oda. You know what I mean? Don't underestimate the kids that you're writing this for. Don't underestimate, and damn sure don't underestimate the adults that you're writing this for. This is again Scooby Snack. Scooby Snack, right? Then they introduced right, chapters ago, when I was already over this arc. They introduced Commander Snack. What's he done? Oh, what's Commander Snack gonna do? Oh, he introduced me as a panel. Ain't do nothing. This is the stuff I'm talking about, y'all. 901. We gotta move on to 902 because I could do this all day. This is a Scooby Snack. Let's move on. All right, I gotta react to other chapters. I gotta react to My Hero. I gotta react to all these other Shokugen, Soma, other manga that are just in a better place. You know what I mean? So let's move on. Let's move on, y'all. Like, come on. The water was boiling, and he decided out of nowhere, I gotta stop boiling this water because it's not working. The fishermen are out of commission. Clearly, what I'm doing is not working. I gotta switch it up. And it's so corny, man. Come on now. You know, and this is the thing, right? Like, this is not gonna ruin like my desire to see the Reverie or anything like that. I gotta say this will not ruin my desire to see Reverie. I've been waiting for the Reverie for quite some time. I'm looking forward to that. But right, I'm gonna read that. When the chapter comes out, I don't know, I'll talk with Ash, see how he feels about it. If we want to read that chapter early, if we want to, if we want to talk, include that in our discussion. But I don't know. I will see. But this is not going to rain on my Reverie parade. Okay. Again, you can still love One Piece and not like an arc in One Piece. You can still have love for the things that One Piece does right and just wonderfully, and still be extremely critical of the garbage, garbage juice stuff. A lot of garbage juice stuff here. All right. Smoothie ain't do nothing. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, yes, like this is stuff we already know. I mean, for me, I would give this arc if I'm being nice, I give this arc a 6. But that's me being nice. You know what I mean? If I have to be honest, I'm giving it a 6. But if I really had to rate this arc, it'd be like a 5.5 for me, because like it's just above a little tiny bit above average. You know what I mean? Just because I got to see Jinbei, that bumps it up a bit for me. But if, that's just me. This ranking, this is like more of a personal ranking. Where I'm like, I think this arc is 5.5. But if you want to be straight up and be critical and everything, I mean, if I had to be about stuff that happened, because like the stuff at the beginning was decent. Like the arc started off pretty strong. We were like, oh, there's gonna be some interesting stuff. People were introduced. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. And then just like toilet bowl, y'all. All right. So let's read 902, see what happens. You know what I mean. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, again, like for me, it's like, again, right? And this is the thing, right? It's like, I still have a desire to read One Piece. It's just when I know, like, hey, like, right now, I'm just not feeling what's going on in this arc. After quite some time, like after quite a few chapters, I'm just like, yo, I'm just gonna sit it out for a little bit, So let me read 902, okay? There's April 23rd issue. All right, because that chapter was doo-doo. All right. That's a doodoo chapter. Chapter 902. Let's go. Or all right, and we get another really, really beautiful color page. Again, this is not like I've never gotten on Oda about like his art generally. Like for the most part, I'm always like, yo, dope. And his color pages are always super dope. You know, there's just always like little instances where I feel like, oh, maybe that could have been you know, drawn better in terms of like the perspective and you know, spatially, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Right? It's like to me, Katakuri is a boring character, but like I think his like in terms of like his characterization, but like generally, but I do think his aesthetic is cool. He's got a cool aesthetic. I think he's got a great design. I like it. But I think as a character, he's a boring character to me. I just don't care. You know, that's how I feel about it. You know, I just think there hasn't been enough for me. All right, let's move on. Chapter 902 is entitled Enroll. My name is Pedro. Please help. See to them. The world awaits them. They must be saved. They must not die under any circumstances. This is a little corny to me too, because why show Nekomamushi and Inuarashi and like showing them like destroyed and beat up and everything like that? Why show that? Because like that's not related to like it's not like they got beat up for the Straw Hats. They got beat up to protect Raizo. Don't know, right? So I don't know. I mean they have the sentiment, but that's like to me that's like a little like I don't know about that. But I get what's being done here. I understand it, but I think it's a little like I don't like that. You know what I mean? It's like taking a particular like panel out of its context and then putting it in a different context and like saying like, oh well, these match up perfectly. I'm like, no, that's not how it's working here. But whatever. Sanji's just standing. He's looking around. So, Pedro's dead. I never would have thought this would be your resting place. All because he came to help get me back. Okay. I'm like, again, Pedro's another dude. Like, I'm not particularly concerned with Pedro. Like, Pedro's cool. Like, Pedro's like generally cool, but like, you know, okay. It's okay. It's okay, Sanji. Pedro chose to do that of his own free will. Don't feel responsible for it, Sanji. Utea and your friends saved Mokomo Dukedom. He came here to repay that favor. If Pedro hadn't been here, then everyone would have died back there. So please, just tell him, thank you. This was for the best. And I think this is another thing that really bothers me. It's like, and I want to talk about this on Saturday. Like, right, like where are the tears for Pedro? Sanji's got no tears for Pedro. Kara's got the tears for Pedro, and like Sanji's blaming himself. Apparently, there's so much, but apparently Sanji doesn't cry. I'm like, we've seen him cry so many times, but he ain't crying here. It's weird. I guess he feels like he can't. He's not allowed to cry for Pedro. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little nitpicky about that. I know what kind of man he was. So he pats Carrot on the head. Soul poke. So Brook is singing. He's doing his music. The words of the soul. Onward we go. By Breeze and by Brine. Minds heavy with thoughts. So Luffy's just passed out. He done. Even though he should have been passed out like 10 chapters ago. Or however many chapters. Like 8. No, like 6 chapters ago, something like that. You know what I mean? He should have been passed out. Yeah, 6 chapters ago, he should have been passed out. Should have been done. Should not have been able to move at all. Should have been totally exhausted. That was it. But, you know, let's move on, y'all. It's Cotton Candy Snow. Okay, so the song is sort of moving through the panels. Mama's back to her old self. Though sugar is hardly its intended focus, the enchanted flowers and trees sing the sweetest of soul focus. Reading Mama's false plot was both devious and smart. Hey, what's going on? What happened with Straw Hat? Matching fairy tale prince and princesses and Princess Fair in a sham that was meant to keep them apart. When alluring nectar has its own bold mind, sweet sentiment can be bad for the heart. And put in just like, oh, I have the memories of Sanjay. I'm like, we're gonna talk about pudding tomorrow. I might talk a little bit about it today, but I don't know. But we're gonna talk about pudding tomorrow. You trust on that. A death-defying flight ensues. Love lost in the confusion. Take your candy coming in and leave by execution. So far this chapter's trash to me, but let's move on. The fun is finding out who wins at the grand resolution. Hold fast. Once Luffy crew leaves the territory, we're done here. Done here? Yeah, that's not up to you, man. Unless, you guys can just, if you guys can swim fast in the ships, then yeah, I suggest you do that. But, whatever. Where's the Straw Hat crew? We've lost them. Look out for that wave. Come on, get it together. Just like always, let's see. Come on, get it together. All right. Just like always, Pudding. Use your incredible acting to get him head over heels. It'll be a piece of cake, Mom. You're just my charming little doll, Pudding. My little dolly to use as I like. I'm not your doll, Mama. Let's get married. Don't be stupid. You'll act like the others when you learn what I am. Ha ha ha, it's perfect imitation. Let's get married. No one will ever fall in love with me. I'm a hideous, monstrous freak. Okay, so we see like what's going on. Let's move on. And now you may lift the veil and kiss the bride. So we see like what she was thinking in certain instances. Go on, Sanji. Get a look at my hideous third eye. What a beautiful eye, huh? And let the cooking begin. If somebody had to play the role of my fiance, I'm glad it was you, Pudding. Hey, Sanji, dear, I have a request. Just one thing before you go. Huh? Okay. Thank you and goodbye. Okay, so he got a kiss, right? Sanji's got the hard eyes. So she removed that memory. Huh? Pudding? What was it? What was your last request? It appears we still got some sea slugs at the edge of the territory. Man, this is trash, man. This is so trash. Like, Pudding is just like Pudding, like, this is what I'm talking about. They had such, like, Oda had such a, he had an opportunity to make Pudding like a really incredibly strong character who could have done so many things. The ability is dope. And I thought she was a bit, she was more interesting when she was just like, screw you guys. And, like, she's more interesting. Now she's just like this woman who was just like, crying over this guy. This is so trash. Sanji couldn't keep the memory for whatever reason. It's trash. What is it now? They're alerting us of passage. Straw Hat's ship just left the territory. Back to the ships, German 66. Mission complete. Germans retreating. And this is something that, like, I don't know. No, I'll move on. I'm just gonna move on. The mirror world. Kaboom! I'll admit, brother, I didn't want to see you lose, lying on your back like this. So she moves the hat. Why did you switch to your back? Didn't you fall face first originally? Yes, I wonder why. But Brule, when it comes to my life, it was nothing but a lie. That I never put my back on the ground. Yes, I know. I saw you through the mirror. Huh? You played the part of the perfect, unassailable man. For our sake, didn't you? You could make friends if you covered your mouth. Forget it. This is me. If they laugh, I'll beat them up. Here comes the pelican eel. Brule's hurt bad. Brule, what happened? The guys you beat up got revenge on her, Katakuri. Oof, okay. But why? Why did they go after our sister? Big brother. Don't worry. It doesn't hurt. If you ask me, you're fine the way you are. You dummy. It was my fault this happened to her. I was too soft, too naive. Whoa, Katakuri, you'll pay for what you did to my sister's face. Look, sorry. I'll show you no weakness. I'll make them fear my perfection. So we go back to the present. Brule, what? Did Straw Hat... If I tell you, you're going to think, oh, good. So you can see the future. So you can see the future too? He left the territory earlier. Well, I'll never forgive him. Not after what he did to you. See, I knew it. Okay. I'll talk about that in a little bit. That's the thing that bothers me. It's like, why, like, Oda, like, take some tips from Horikoshi and My Hero Academia, and the ways that Oda decides to place not Oda, that Horikoshi decides to place like backstories in the flashbacks and stuff like that, right? If he had done this, if he had placed this within the fight, and people would be like, "Oh no, we ran out of time. He placed it here because this we had to see what happened in this moment." So the blood. No, we could have gotten that way back. That's what I'm talking about. It's like this is a it's such a like it's like this is he placed it here for the end of the damn arc. You could have had it way back. You could have had it during while Luffy was fighting Katakuri. And then maybe I would have been like, oh, we got some characterization. We got a bit more about certain things, right? Because now Katakuri is a little bit better, right? He's a bit better than that. But this doesn't even do much to me to be like, you know, to stab himself and do all that stuff. It's so cool. Like, it's just like, man, like, I'm just like, even then, all that stuff is just such a like machismo corny. Like, it's just corny machismo garbage, right? The stabbing themselves and harming themselves to maintain some sort of dignity. And I like that's just I'm sorry. Usually I don't swear, but it's corny to me, you know. And there's a reason for that. There are like legitimate, like, you know, critiques that I have for why that is corny. You know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, I think it's corny. I don't like. It's like there's stuff there, you know. But why is this here? Why wasn't that there? Why wasn't it over that during Luffy versus Katakuri? Because that fight, when you're reading through it, to me, it's not very good. You know, because we don't have this stuff, the context, stuff like that. And people will say, oh, you don't need the context. I'm like, yes, you do. Because if you don't have it, the Katakuri is a boring, to me, he's a boring, he's not a very interesting character. He's not very well characterized. His characterization is trash at that point. Excuse me, sorry. Talking a little too much. So focused, da. Here she comes. Is that her? Mama's here. Such self-centered words. When tempted by the scent. So they're just chilling. They're still there, right? They're still, you know, doing stuff. And apparently they're done. You know, they got done. They got beat up. For this is not the good kind of surprise. Will you suffer her trick or hand over your treats? Sweets can be so very bad for the soul. Soul focus. Our mama's so material. Will it be years off your life or your life itself? Life or death. Soul Pocus, the song of our queen. What's next? With the help of a powerful shield. That's I'm like, okay, I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see. Hey guys, should I cook some food? Food. Oh, safe, free, delicious. Sanji's cooking. Oh, what happened while I was away? Meanwhile, in the East Blue, let's just kick him. Let's just kick him out, Zeph, on the Barate, the seafaring restaurant. Why would you give them food? They're enemies. Just shut it. Just shut up and sit down. I'll do the cooking. Hurry up and make. Hurry up and make with the food. Why oughta? Food, food, Fine, fine. People get hungry every hour of the day. Even the bad guys need to eat. You hungry? I'll feed you. We can talk after that. That's the end of the chapter. This chapter was kind of corny to me. I will say, like, again, and you know, again, like that's all that stuff with Katakuri could have been put somewhere else. And I think again, it's something that like it's just not very. And I'm not gonna say it's not original because I think like generally, it's very difficult to produce like original kind of like narratives in a sense, and mini narratives like characterization in certain ways. But I just think the backstory, the whole thing, I still think it's just not as great as it could be, right? With that being said, it could be way better. I think it could be way better. But with that being said, I think that should have been placed during a battle. We should have seen that instead of getting the whole flambe garbage, because that was trash. What we should have got was that. The whole backstory, all that stuff. We could have got a whole chapter of that, right? Who are the people that he's fighting, right? Why is his streak so impressive? You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. So to me, this is like not like Now I will say, like, it doesn't mean that I don't think that like, oh, poor Brule. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I get that. Of course, poor Brule. Like, you don't want to see people like beat down and like ostracized and everything like that. But I think that like Oda has it in him to do way better than that. You know what I mean? It's just the quality of it isn't there. That's what I'm saying, right? It's not like, oh, I don't empathize at all with Brule getting beat up or Katakuri being bullied. It's just like the way in which it's presented. The quality is just not, and that matters, y'all. It matters when you're writing stories. That quality matters, you know, to do something that's like particularly poignant and like sharp in what it's trying to say, you know. So that's how I feel about it. So that's the end of 902. That is basically the end of all of the stuff. You know, it's not the whole chapter. What was not the whole chapter? What are you talking about? You know? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to see next chapter. I need to know what happens. Like when it comes. Yeah, chapter 903 is not out, right? So I'll wait. Do not spoil nothing. Just don't say anything. You know, I haven't read Tokyo Ghoul at all, but I need to. I know I've heard really good things about it. I need to read Tokyo Ghoul. I do. Like again, people really love it, but yo, these chapters like have just not been very good. I think in terms of an end to the arc, it's just like, I think because right, like the arc just as a whole isn't very good. The ending of it is just like, You know, so I'm looking forward to the next chapter because Whole Cake Island to me is like a 5.5 arc. It's just not very good, you know. You know, and I'm being nice. I'm being nice when it comes to saying that Whole Cake is just that Whole Cake is a 5.5. I'm being nice because if I just was like, you know what, forget the gym based stuff, then it'd just be like a 5. You know, or a 4.5. You know what I mean? You know what? Forget it. 4.5. That's what I'm giving this arc. Okay. I'm gonna talk more about how I feel about this stuff with Ash, with my friend Ash, tomorrow, at 2 p.m. Eastern time, y'all. Okay. I think when I get back home, I'm gonna try to see if I can react to some more stuff. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, yo, Promise Neverland. Let me see what time it is. It is 2:20. I might react to it. I might react to it. One Punch Man is dope. I love One Punch Man. I read both versions. Um the version that Viz puts out with like the better art, the art by why is his name blanking on me? The artist for Eye Shield 21 and the manga for Eye Shield 21 and the original like by one which is very like gag manga ish, which is funny. It's super funny. I love it a lot. But yeah, it's not a gag manga, but like when you read that original stuff, like it's very gag manga esque. Like in that like in its original form, to me, it's very gag manga esque. Like I mean, like if you came to me and you were like, and someone was like One Punch Man, the original like webcomic like by one, like that web manga by one, like it's not a gag manga. Like I'm like, what are you talking about? Like it's clearly a gag manga. You know what I mean? It's just like the art elevated like by the manga for Eye Shield 21. Like it just elevates it. You know what I mean? It elevates it to a different space. But I'm gonna react to it. Yeah, because this whole cake stuff was garbage, man. Lot of doo-doo, man. So I'm gonna end it here. Just again, it's just initial thoughts about how I felt about the chapter. We're gonna talk way more about it tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna go all in. We're just gonna methodically just be like, this is why this is trash. 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 All right. And if there were some good things, that we felt Whole Cake Island did well initially, we'll talk about that stuff too. But I think there's just so many egregious things in this arc. But I'm gonna react to the Promised Neverland next. Just give me a little bit, and I'll react to it. It is 2:22. I'll have the time. I have work at 3:30. I just gotta walk over to the school that I work after school that I'm Murata, of course. Murata Sensei. You know what I mean? So, yeah. No, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't think Yume is disagreeing. I think Yume just really enjoys One Punch Man. She finds it to be awesome. I don't know if she said that it wasn't a gag manga. I think someone else said it's not a gag manga. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, pretty sure Yume just said that she does not. She's just like, I really love One Punch Man. That was it. But I mean, it's a gag manga. Okay, it's just like the art puts it in this different space. I think, for a lot of people, but it's gag. Yo, Kekaishi dope, man. Kekaishi was dope. I love Kekaishi. I thought it did some things that was really interesting. The ending was interesting too, but I wish they did. They redid like an anime adaptation for it, because I love the anime when the Kekaishi came out, but it is what it is. All right, so I'm gonna end it here, y'all. I'm gonna end it here, okay? Because I gotta react to the Promised Neverland. I gotta get some more tea. Make sure my throat doesn't go, wild. And thank y'all for coming through. All right. All right, because this stuff is meh. But I really like Kekaishi. Kekaishi did a lot of great things. It did, power increases without kind of being like super, super ridiculous. There were some parts that I really liked. I'll say that. I'll end there. But yo, thank y'all for coming through to this reaction to One Piece. It was cool. I mean, Whole Cake Island to me, man, 4.5 out of 10, y'all. It's just not a great arc. I think people that say that it's like an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 or top 4 arcs, I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't need like, and this is me just being dead serious. Like, I don't know how you can come to that conclusion to say that it's a 9 out of 10 arc. Right? Like if we're just talking about like critically, like a 9 out of 10, you know, God forbid a 10 out of 10. But like an 8, a 9, a 10, I don't get that at all. And you will never be able to convince me of that. I'm sorry, you just won't. That's just one of those things where it's like, nah, I'm sorry. All right, so we going in. Promise Neverland, yo. That Promise Neverland greatness. I'm going in. All right, I'm gonna set that up now. Okay. Thank y'all for coming through. I'm the Black Manga Critic, y'all. This is my reaction / initial thoughts of chapters One Piece chapters 898 to 902. All right, 903. We'll see. I'm gonna talk with my guy Ash. We're gonna see if we're gonna react to it or not. We don't know. I think maybe we should, but I don't know, because generally we wait for the Viz translations. That's just what we do. Me more recently than Ash. But yo, I'm the Black Manga Critic, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Shouts out to Yume, who's been here since the beginning. Shouts out to Shuganma, God Usopp, Dr. Vegapunk, Sohidi Walid. Who else came through? Shotty to Your Body, Richard the God, Midmat 44. Shouts out to all y'all. Spotter Shot MC. Who else came through? Key. Shouts out to Key. Yo, and for real though, shouts out to Key, because there was like when I was in this one conversation, live stream conversation, and Key was just like, Key had my back in a way that I really, really appreciate. You know, so shouts out to Key for that. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Key for that. Shouts out to Gabby for coming through. Yo. And if all of you can come through tomorrow, thank you very much. That'd be dope for that conversation. Shout out to Tony the Prophecy for coming through. Main Demon. I'm just shouting out everybody. All right. I think that's everybody. Yeah. I think that's everybody. A Reptar. Shout out to Reptar for coming through. All right. I'm gonna get back to doing the streaming thing as soon as possible. Saturday I'm gonna be streaming a bunch. Okay, so the One Piece stream. Maybe I'll do a Kingdom stream. I don't know. Maybe I'll just like cold live react to some new manga, as well as a weekly Shonen Jump manga that I won't do today. Okay, so I'm the Black Manga Critic, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I gotta react to that Promised Neverland greatness, y'all, and I'm out.